Hi, Neil O'Brien. Question for you. Would your business pass an NCT test? Or would there be some faulty lights or bald tires or whatever? It's a question I often ask business owners. We can all relate to an NCT. If you're in England, it's an MOT. If you're in the US, it's maybe an emissions test. But in Ireland, it's an NCT. And this car looks lovely and shiny. But if you lift up the hood or the bonnet, what would you find? Would there be loose wires and whatever? So I'm going doing over the next 20 days, I'm going to take you through what I call the NCT. I'm going to show you 20 ways that you may be losing profits and sales in your business. Now, the first one is what I call the profit gap. There's the Grand Canyon. It may seem like bad news, but almost every business I've ever worked with has a profit gap. And I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of businesses. So actually, it sounds like bad news. Actually, it's not. It can be good news because it means there's extra profit in your business. So what's my definition? What's a profit gap? It's the difference between the profit you find in your annual accounts versus the profit you include in your selling price. If you look at annual accounts, there'll be sales, all the costs, and net profit down the end. Let's say it's 10%. Now, if you look at your pricing and your charge out rate or how you price jobs, there's profit in there as well. And it's not unusual for that to be 20%, but there's only 10% shows up in your accounts for all kinds of reasons. And I have two quick examples I'm going to take you through. The first one here is John. He's an accountant, service provider. His charge out rate is €100 an hour. He expects to work 30 hours a week, 46 weeks in the year. John should have sales of 138,000 or fees. His actual fees last year were 83,000. That's a gap of 55,000. Service business, an example of a fabricator. I just have a summary here. When Con prices his jobs, he looks to build in a 33% profit margin. In his last year, his account showed a 14% profit. There's a gap of 320,000. So my message here really is that your business almost certainly has one, and start plugging it and you'll find extra sales and extra profits and money in your bank account. Okay, tomorrow I'll be on to NCT2, so keep an eye out for that. Okay, thanks for listening.